Hello everyone, welcome to Everyday Prepared. Thanks for watching. So I actually put a reminder in my phone this year to remember to do this video before Black Friday comes. So I actually remembered to get this in time. So hopefully here in a couple of weeks we have all these Black Friday sales going on. So all this stuff you may be able to find a little bit cheaper. However, everything I have here under $100. A lot of this stuff are things that I use quite often. Some of the stuff I use every day. So I just feel like they're pretty good gifts for the guy who has everything. So let's just jump right into it and let's look at some of the things that I use on a fairly daily basis. I even have a list over here so I can not get lost or sidetracked, how I like to do. So here we go. First thing is a water bottle. I love the Nalgene. I like the on the fly. You just push the button, have a drink. So if you're working on something or driving, you just click the little button, have your drink back. You don't have to worry about trying to drink out of a wide mouth Nalgene, spilling water all over yourself, things like that. So I like those because the Nalgene bottles, they don't take on flavors. So if you use it for a drink mix, whatever you like, your electrolytes or a pre-workout or something like that, it doesn't leave flavor inside the bottle. So that is very, very handy if you want just regular water. So most of you guys, if you've seen the videos, you know that on a daily basis, I carry the QSP Penguin Plus. Can't really talk about that today because it is over $100. So besides that knife that I carry every day, before I had that one, I had the regular QSP Penguin. It comes in well under $100. I think it's last I saw was around $50. I got the one that had the D2 steel blade and a brass handle, so it was a little bit more. But if you like the G10 handles on a knife with a D2 tool steel, they're a wonderful knife to get to know with. Also, as a knife is the CJRB tactical. I saw this one on Facebook, and I'm just a super big fan of the black and red, if you guys didn't know. And just the shape of that blade, I loved it, so I thought I would try it. Really inexpensive knife, but even though it's inexpensive, still has the ball bearing pivots. Wonderful knife so far. Can't complain at all about that. So if you'd like to carry a fixed blade, the fixed blade I've had in my bag last several months is the QSP Canary fixed blade. Comes with the Kydex sheath, but it's nice, done everything I've asked it to do so far. No problems whatsoever. I love how it feels in the hand. Really nice knife. Okay, so that being said, if you want to carry around a multi-tool, my favorite multi-tool at this time is the Leatherman Skeletool. I like it because there's not a lot of stuff in it, and actually if I was a right-handed person, I would carry this instead of a pocket knife, just because it has a knife blade in it, but it's not practical really for a left-hander. I mean, I could open it up like that, but not quite comfortable enough with that yet. So under $100, if you know someone who has a Leatherman, you know on the side they have the little screwdriver extensions. So get the Leatherman bit kit. Really expensive. I think it's 20 double-sided bits on here. So pretty much anything you need to get to, it'll work great. And along with that, an extension. It is flat, so it'll work with the Leatherman, but on the other side it is hex, so it'll use any of the hex, normal hex style bits. So if there's something in the bit kit that won't work for you, that will work. So along with that, so like I said, I carry that Leatherman in my bag all the time. In my bag also, I have this little box. It's just a cheap 3D printed box that I made. I keep some micro screwdrivers in here. Have a micro that has the, I don't remember what torque size that is, but most of my knives, that'll fit it there. One thing I keep in here with it is this 7-Eleven miniature ratchet. So this ratchet, it has a, I don't know if we can see it on here, it has a hole on the end for any hex size blade, so you can use your screen. And I like it because it is magnetized in there, so when you put it back in, it locks in so it's not coming out. So if you don't like there, you can come up here to the little ratchet and have your little ratchet that'll get into little small places. And it is so, like I said, it's so small you can carry this thing anywhere. So I like to keep those on me. Just in case you ever need a little screwdriver, which when I'm at work, we have all the tools we ever need there. So, but you never know when you need a little screwdriver to get in somewhere. So I like to keep those on me. Let's see, what's next? Flashlights. So, if you know, I carry the Arcfield Pro every day, still carrying this. Love it. It's been a great knife for me, or a great flashlight for me so far. You can get these for under $100 now because they do have the Arcfield Ultra, which is the same light, different. I think it's a little higher output, and the anodized aluminum exterior. It goes over $100, but it's still another good light. Gives you your regular light, a green laser, and UV. Comes in very handy at times. Along with that, if you're not a fan of that, or you don't need the UV or the green laser, my next favorite here, this is the O-Clip Pro. Love it. It has a spotlight, a floodlight, and a red light. So different modes. Also has a clip and a magnetic back, so you can stick it on somewhere if you're needing to work on something. I like on my flannel, it has a pin pocket. This will slide right in the pin slot, so you can have a light on your chest. I've seen people 3D print little mounts that hook on your hat to where it'll kind of angle it down so you can use it for a headlamp. If you have a headband or something, you could clip it on there and use it for a headlight, right? Awesome little light, way under $100 on that one. Next up, this is the one I keep in my bag as a backup light in case my arc field goes out. It's the Olight Warrior Mini 3. Dual switches, you can turn it on here, on the back. Different programmable modes. I have it set on the back where when I use it, it's on, when I full click it, it's on the strobe mode. If you half click, just a little bit of light. So something happens, your adrenaline's high, you need, in the event you're trying to disorient someone, squeeze it, give them the old strobe light there. Also, lights that I keep. These lights I have gone through. I've gotten enough of these that I go through. I carry one in all my jacket pockets. So just to have a backup light. This is the Olight i5T EOS. It's just a triple. All these other lights are rechargeable. This one uses a single AAA battery. You can get rechargeable AAAs if you'd like and use it, get a little more light out of it. But this is just a great everyday light to have in your pocket. Okay. One of the other things I have with me that I wear every day, if I can get it off here, this is it's a car window break. So this is a piece of elastic band. It has a carbide tip here that, if need be, you need to break a window, you just take it, snap it, break the window. It also comes with, I can't get that in focus, but a handcuff key. Simple thing, just slip it on. No one ever notices you're wearing it, or you will have a handcuff key on you. So that is pretty much stuff that I keep with me all the time. I do have this I like to keep in my bag just because it's a emergency hand crank radio. Now this one that I got, I put on here because it does have a solar charge on the top, USB on the side, so you can charge your phone or any other USB device with it. Has a light and also the hand crank, so you can charge it by solar or by hand crank. Very great AM FM weather radio, so great to keep in touch with. Along with that, one thing I keep quite a few of in stock, and these are the Night Eyes S binders. These are the small ones that I have on my keys here, if I can get it in focus for you. Just a little small carabiner that S shape that has two little spring gates on it. I use them on all my keys, so if I have to take my keys apart, it's not a problem. If I want to separate my house key from my car key, then that's good. Comes apart easily. Next up is 550 cord. Always have some 550 cord laying around. You can get this in 100 yard, 200, up to 1,000 yard spools of this stuff. It's got 1,000,001 uses. If you've never used 550 cord to secure something, you're missing out. It's great. It works for everything you need to tie down. Usually I just had that one. I took it off. But this is just a little 3D printed ladder that I made for the 550 cord. You just knot through one end and then wrap it up, fill that whole thing up. So I took it off there so you could see that. Along with that, this is a PS Cook fire starter 550 cord. So I keep a little bit of it, and this one's still on the ladder so you can see what it looks like. But if you fray up the end of this, and look, one of the strands in here is red. That burns pretty much like the wick of a candle. So it'll come in very, very helpful trying to start a fire if things are a little bit damp or you don't have good tinder. Trying to start a fire works great. One of the other things I keep with my stuff is, these are the Velcro brand. I get just Velcro cable ties. There's 100 of them, so there's 25 cable ties in this little wrap here. And if I can find the end of one, these, you just peel them off, and it's just a Velcro wire tie. You don't have to use them to tie wires. You can use them for anything you need to try and secure. So I always like to keep some of these on hand at all times. Just a cheap little insurance policy that if you ever need to secure smaller items down, they work great. The Velcro holds pretty well, so you don't have to worry about things coming loose. Another thing I carry in my bag at all times, this is just I don't even remember the name of this case, but just a cheap little tactical pouch. I got this one because it is just the right size that it lays flat in the bottom of my Vertex bag. And in this, I keep all my electronic chargers and things. I have a charger for my watch, charger for the phone, car adapters, wall adapters, all those different chargers. Keep my backup charger for my laptop in there, things like that. So if you're out traveling and you need a charge or forget to take a charger, I always have a backup charger of everything. So next up, great little tool to have, keep with you every day, is the Rescue Me keychain car escape tool. This, you can see it has a seatbelt cutter built in over here. You can secure this. It comes with some zip ties or however you'd like. You secure this so when you pull it, it leaves behind the little cover, and you open it, you cut the seatbelt. This side you press against the car window, and it's spring-loaded carbide tip in there to break the window so you can escape. in an emergency situation. So these are the best thing to have. You should have these in all your cars, all your bags, everywhere you go. They're super, super cheap, but just a great little tool to have. Now, things I don't necessarily keep with me every day, but I really like. This is the Datarex lifeboat rations. There's 18, I think, 24 bars in here. Each bar is 200 calories. So, yep, 200 calories per bar. There's 12 servings in here, sorry. So, nice little way to, if you keep one of these in your car, if you ever get stuck in a snowstorm or something, just a great way to carry some extra calories. Couple other things I like here. I don't have my jump starter here with me. I forgot to grab it, but I have a DB powered jump starter, 4,000 amps. Keep it charged up. You can charge it USB-C, which I love, so I can just keep it plugged in my truck or my car. If I ever need it or someone needs to jump start, unplug it, it is ready to go. Get you a great little jump start there. Along with it, I keep the Airmoto tire inflator. This, you just pop this out the end, screw it in here, and inflate your tire. It's automatic inflating. You can set it if you want 35 psi. You set it to 35 psi. Screw this on your tire. Click the button. It'll inflate till you get to 35 psi and then shut off. Now I will say these are very slow. If your tire is way low, it takes quite a while to inflate it, but these are great if you just need to add a couple pounds of air to your tire to shut your brake light off or your tire light off. Also, one of the things I keep in my vehicle all the time are gloves. Usually on my gloves I keep mechanics wear. You can tell these are a little dirty, so they've been used quite a bit. These are my favorite gloves because they're great gloves. They're semi-durable. I wouldn't say they're super durable, but they are semi-durable. They give you enough protection, so if you're working around sharp edges of metal or something, you don't cut yourself. Not super durable, like I said, but also very, very inexpensive gloves. If you want to pay a little more for some gloves and get some good ones, I do. The Vertex gloves are awesome. Soft leather fingers on the front. Amazing gloves. So while we're here with Vertex, they do have a couple pants that are under $100. My favorite are the Delta stretches. However, you're not going to find those for under $100 really, but they do have their new Trail Slacker pants, which come in under $100. The blue jeans, I think Vertex, they're the Defiance. Blue jeans, great pants. This pair here is a couple years old, so I'm getting some wear spots on them from my flashlight and stuff, but great pants. A little bit of stretch in them, so they're extra comfortable there. While we're talking blue jeans, the 511, I think they're the Defender Flex or something like that. I like the straight leg, but another good durable pair of blue jeans you can wear. I don't have any in here, but I have some set up in my bag. But if you like Vertex products, check out the Vertex Tactigami. They have holsters, mag pouches, different overflow admin pouches, things like that you can add into your backpack that will help customize how you store things in your bag, give you a little extra room. Great items. While we're on Vertex as well, jacket I wear most times. This is the Last Line flannel. Like I said before with the O-clip, it has the pin pockets here. I just slide the light right there, clip it on. This is a jacket I wear the most. If it gets really, really cold, I like to layer a hoodie underneath that. Works great. Also under $100. Excuse me. So, okay, that is most of my carry things I do every day. So now I wanted to talk about, actually I missed one. So I don't use this every day, but this is a great little product. It's an electric mason jar vacuum sealer. So we recently purchased a freeze dryer, so we've been freeze drying different things. So if you're doing like powders or things like that, or even if you're canning, putting things up, if you like to buy things in bulk, these little vacuum sealers on the mason jar are awesome. Also fairly, it's a, I think it was $30, something like that. I forget how much it was. Not a lot of money, but a great versatile little tool. So now last year for Christmas, coming up to Christmas, we had a couple minor incidents with some injuries. Wasn't anything serious, but with the kids and stuff, we've decided that I wanted to get a first aid kit for everyone's vehicles. So I got these, and I bought all this stuff that's in here in bulk. So not only was I put together, I think, 5 or 6 of these kits, and I still had pieces and parts left over. So as they use them, we can refill them in a little bit, right? So these bags are fairly cheap. They're not anything super tactical or big like that, but works well enough for a bag they're just going to throw in their car and carry around, maybe use as if they have a small injuries or something. It's not a trauma kit. Again, it's a first aid kit. And I just wasn't happy with any of the pre-made first aid kits. They're quite a bit of money for basically a box of Band-Aids. So I went through and I got most of this stuff on Amazon, I think. So I have links to all these products down below if you'd like. So just the things I decided to put in here. You have the pouch itself. Then we have hand sanitizer wipes. And also alcohol prep pads. So you can buy these by a couple hundred at a time, super cheap. Okay. Also in here we have the Durex burn cream. I bought a big box of Band-Aid brand bandages. Wow, say that 5 times real fast. Just so I can have a handful of Band-Aids in there. And this pouch is kind of nice. It folds all the way open and then has a zipper pouch that flips out as well. So there, Band-Aid, some instant cold packs. I was able to buy a big case of these, and we just threw a couple of each in each of these first aid kits. Saline eye wash pods. This was probably my favorite thing that I found. Very easy to get things in your mouth. You just pop one of these little tabs off, pop the top, and you have a little eye wash station right here. Comes in really handy when you're on the road and you just get something in your eye. All this stuff, especially if you have little kids, little things happen. I think one of the incidents we had last year was when the kids got their thumb slammed in the car door and they had no medical supplies or anything. So we decided to go with this. So we had the eye wash pods, self-adhesive bandage. I bought a big box of this and just threw a couple rolls of it in here. I also got those Rescue Me tools that we just talked about, threw them in just to have them ready. What else we have? Disposable pill pouches. So that's these little bags. It's a little Ziploc, looks like a druggie bag. Got a bunch of those because if you buy the little packets of, say, 2 Tylenol, it's a lot more expensive than buying a whole bottle of Tylenol and just dosing it out in these little zipper bags. So that's how we did that. I went through, we got anti-diarrhea and I don't know if the writing's probably not going to show up on here, but so on the back we have, like for this anti-diarrhea, we wrote the dosage instructions on the back. So adults 12 and up, 2 capsules, then 1 more up to 4 a day. So we have the information you can have on there. We also did regular aspirin. I always recommend carrying regular aspirin because as an emergency medical dispatch, I learned that if someone calls and they're having a heart attack, the first thing you tell them to do, chew 2 aspirin. Right? So you never know when those will come in handy, even if you don't use them for your headaches or whatnot. They're there. What is this one? We also have some allergy relief. This is just some knockoff brand Benadryl, children's Tylenol, chewables, ibuprofen, anti-nausea medication. So we got all those, put them in these little zipper pouches, keep them. It was a lot more economical to do it that way than to buy individual packages of all of these things. So we have those. Also have some surgical tape. I don't see the surgical tape in this one, so it's probably in another pocket or something around here. Safety pins. We got some 3-inch safety pins. If you ever need to secure a larger bandage on someone, safety pins are great. See, that's all there. We also threw in a couple. This is bleed stop, so works like just like the Quick Clot. This is just a different brand. It helps to coagulate the blood to stop the bleeding. If you ever have any small injuries like that. And that is it. That is all that is in there. Like I said, this is just a first aid kit. It's not really it's not made to be a trauma kit. It's not made for any of that. I just wanted something that everyone could throw in their car. And, you know, if you get a little cut or smash your finger in the car door or get something in your eye and you're at the store or out and about, it's something you can take care of relatively easy. And this was kind of expensive once I put everything together, but like I said, I bought all the supplies I bought in quantity, so I can refill these several times. So that is it for this time. Down below I have links. I hope I didn't miss anything in there, but I have links to all of this stuff. They are affiliate links, so they don't cost you anything to use, but they do help the channel out quite a bit. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, share this to your social medias if that's where you found it, and help me to spread the word. I'm always trying to grow the channel to get more viewers and more feedback and things, which all that feedback and stuff that allows me to go to companies, try and get discount codes for you guys. So the more we can spread the word, hopefully the more discounts we can get and save us all a little bit of money. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take care.